wow is the only thing I can say today. I had just seen Microsoft's E3 press conference for 2013 on the Xbox One. Wow. I had a lot of doubts in the beginning, considering the fact I thought, Microsoft having all these bad DRM schemes and all whatnots and what's going on, and it was really irritating, and that right off the bat, right off the gate, first thing Microsoft did was address these problems by saying nothing. So first we get into the first event of the conference, which was the greatest part. And my dad actually helped make this game, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And, no one thought this was coming to the Xbox, but surely you have to have Metal Gear Solid on the Xbox. It's just a namesake. It's on every Microsoft system so far. So it was pretty obvious when they announced Metal Gear Solid 5. I saw it coming, and pretty much everyone saw it coming who exists. And they went to the second part. Okay, so Metal Gear Solid 5, it looked pretty good. Funny how the Japanese people, they put in all these, they don't really do what you think they're going to do at the press conferences. Oh, but they do. So then we went to the second part of the press conference, which was kind of the shit part that no one really cared about, was the 360. And yeah, the 360, big deal. And they had the little tiny 360, so, who really cares about that? Except the people who do care, which would, if you're a big fan of World of Tanks, you're really going to care about this. But I'm not, and I don't think you are either. In fact, no one really is, except, who you are. So, Microsoft dibbed and dabbed and all this stuff we thought they were going to do. They talked about, Microsoft and Xbox Live and whatnot, and just making the transition to the Xbox One. And it was pretty cool. I mean, the big thing that Microsoft decided to do in this conference that they had that people were really worried about is they have no games. They had no games to show off this new system, and man, if they got anything right in this conference, it was the games. So so first they went on to show the new Crytek game, the same people who made Banjo and Kazooie 3, Rise, and it was pretty cool. It was kind of like Microsoft's response to God of War, and there's a lot of button mashing and stuff, and it was pretty cool. And what you want in the Rise trilogy is pretty famous now. A lot of people play it. Especially, it's one of those North Korean games that a lot of people play. My dad's actually a co-developer on that, and he told me that it's supposed to be released next year, but they're planning on delaying it because of sexual affairs. Later, we went on to Dark Souls 2, which was really Rise, but it wasn't really Rise. It was Dark Souls 2. Yeah, I mean, this game's supposed to be pretty hard. I just think it doesn't look that hard. I think I could pretty much be pretty good at it. But, a lot of people, big Dark Soul fan lineage out there, and it's supposed to be a pretty hard game. But, it's going to come to all the consoles. Who really cares? Next off, they showed Crazy Taxi, and it was pretty cool, but it wasn't really Crazy Taxi. It was Insomniac's new game, Sunset Overdrive. Pretty good. A lot of the orange creatures, which we've come to expect in Insomniac's trilogy. My dad's actually a co-developer on this. He told me they originally decided to do like purple monsters, which is more appealing to the eye colors, but it got delayed because of sexual affairs and whatnot. So they delayed the game, and now it's more orange monsters because of the purple absence over time. So I think then a lot of people got caught off guard by when Microsoft announced Killer Instinct, which they said they were going to bring a rare title to the conference, and everyone they had this leaked list earlier. This leaked list where it showed like Banjo and Kazooie run around, but it was really stupid because that didn't happen. I didn't know it was going to happen. My dad is a co-developer on this project, and he told me that they were planning to release it, but it got delayed because of obvious reasons. It looked sort of like a big piece of shit, but there is a big fan base out there. A lot of people were mad that it didn't do the all ultra combo thing. Yeah, I kind of get it. they're more trying to rip off Street Fighter, which is completely understandable because Killer Instinct's probably a big piece of crap because I haven't heard of it before. Next, they went to Minecraft, which is really cool. They've never done Minecraft on a console before, and I think this is the next big evolution in video games. So they talked about they talked about like Minecraft, and who doesn't like Minecraft except the lesbians. And it was a pretty big deal. Then they went on to Gran Turismo 5, and that was pretty cool. Except it wasn't really Gran Turismo 5. It was Forza 5, and that was pretty cool. Nice to see a new race car game out. Obvious big question Forza that a lot of people are wondering is where are the people? And so it was obvious that was only going to be the low point of the show. Forza is the low point of every Nintendo announcement conference. So next we went on to the new Deadly Premonition game, which is just well, actually I don't think it got announced first, but I don't really know. And then they talked about the new Deadly Premonition game. It looked pretty good. If you don't like Deadly Premonition, fuck off. But it's like D4 or something, an Xbox One, so it has to be good if it's Xbox One. And yeah, I guess it's like a episodic game. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then they went on to Quantum Break. Fuck! Never mind. They went on to Quantum Break, and it's going to connect with the TV show, which, I don't really even know what that means. But I guess it sounds pretty cool. Sorta. Although it brings up a lot of problems, like invasions. They showed off Project Spark, probably my favorite game. My dad he co-developed that game, and he told me that it was originally supposed to be an MMORPG, but it's not, obviously. I'm beginning to believe my dad didn't do it, but it looks like it. It looks pretty legit. It shows off the different environments that the Xbox One showcases at its events. But I'm not buying a tablet, so screw that. Then they showed off the smart glass, but come on. And then they showed off some, albino, Dead Rising 3, and yeah, it's not as goofy as the other Dead Risings are. That's for sure. But it does have a lot of explosions and stuff. I'm beginning to feel like all these announcements are really just going to be on all the other systems. So why does Xbox One, flaunt this shit off when they know that tomorrow that Sony's going to get all the same crap too? But it was still pretty cool at the time. I'm still my dad co-produced this one, so he told me that they're planning to actually shut down development on this game tomorrow. But I'm still looking forward to it. Then it looked as if Xbox decided to Microsoft is very they're delicate. They're very understanding to the deaf community, so they decided to play the Crimson Dragon trailer with no audio. I understand why they did this. It's because Microsoft they want to relate to the deaf community, as they're the biggest consumer of video games. Next to like prehistoric tribes. So I do understand why they did this. It makes sense. And it looked like a pretty good shooter, I guess it was supposed to be. They then showed off some other games like Below, which I was planning to watch it, planning to see the game, but you're really just a tiny dot, and I just skipped that part because I knew it was just going to make me look really close at the screen, and then the Exorcist face was going to pop out at me. So I just kind of skipped through that. And then it showed off like some, Halo game with the bat from the big bunny bat thing from Adventure Time, and he's wearing a cloak, which I know a lot of you are saying, why is he wearing a cloak in the desert? But a lot of you aren't Master Chief, so you wouldn't understand. So then there was a bunch of stuff. Oh, one of the big announcements was Battlefield 4, and it was pretty cool. So what happened was, they went out there. They went to go announce Battlefield 4. There was an audio problem or something. So they stopped the video, and then the mafia guy, I think he was a Guido or something. Is that not a Guido? The mafia guy was standing there, and he couldn't get the audio working. So he decided to leave, but then he like saw some severed limbs or his dead wife or whatever backstage. So he just came back on. It was like really awkward. They finally got the battle. They couldn't get the Battlefield 4 stuff to work for like another 20 seconds. Pretty awkward. People were screaming stuff on stage, but what are you gonna expect from Code Lyoko? And so finally the video works, but instead they play the final level from Call of Duty Black Ops where the ship's sinking. So that was pretty entertaining for the last 20 minutes. Then they showed Clash of the Titans, and yeah, I guess that was pretty cool if you're shooting stuff up. They talked about how they're turning like coins into money and stuff, and all in all, Xbox is really impressing me. I don't really think they have what it takes to compete with like the Neo Geo, but I do think they have a strong future in this business. We'll just find out to see what happens. This is my last video, so I'm signing off for the last time. Until my next video.